Hey, what's going on, guys? So I've got some people through the comments, my messenger, Facebook, and places like that that are asking me about tire sizes and things like that, what would fit on it. A couple people from the comparison video asked me if I thought the Backflips from the 4S would fit on it. Again, I kind of looked at it, thought it would, and the only concern I had would have been the turning radius. So after we put the Kaiju tires on this truck today, I had a little bit of questions with my own self. So I decided to bring out some tires. We got some tires sitting over here. We're going to throw in a couple different sets and see what fits and what doesn't. I can tell you already, we knew the 2.8s were probably going to be no problem whatsoever. This is like a pro line size truck. 2.8s were originally made in 17 millimeter for those trucks. So if you look at these are anything Badland. This will be the same. I'm not going to put these ones on, but the destroyers, or I'm sorry, demolishers here, these are basically the V style tread pattern, but they're the exact same size as what we're seeing here. So these ones are going to work for you. Now, what I know doesn't, and this is what got me wanting to really make the video, so just to make sure people understood some of this, these are the Kaiju tires. Look badass on it. Give it a nice, a raised ground clearance. But if you look, although they fit and they will work, if we turn this wheel all the way, without any power, you can see it's right up against the body. I can't even put my finger down there without having to hit it. So any kind of tire ballooning is probably, even though the tire ballooning usually goes more towards center, so like these might be okay for somebody, but right there with that bumper hitting that too, it's gonna be very close. So that got me wanting to try a couple other tires real quick. So I'll kind of save everybody a little bit of time here. I'll throw some tires on here that I think people would want to throw on here. I've got some Badlands 3.8, the thinner ones, and then of course the Backflips we want to throw on here and see how they do for clearance in the front, and we'll go from there. So I would say no for Kaiju. Chances are you could probably get away with it. You might have to do some trimming on the front here, and the ballooning might just rub the side of the body, but definitely probably could use them. But I think those are going to be probably the max, and these come in a little taller and have a deeper offset, so I don't know if they're going to work, but we'll see. All right, so there's a Backflip. I was going to put them both on, but I started with the front, and if we look, since these are a little taller, they are definitely going to hit. They're hitting already. They're hitting definitely more than the Kaijus did, and it's actually hitting the chassis there. And when you turn it this way, it's literally on the bumper. So again, you would have to shave this bumper and you would have issues hitting there. So the Backflips with the wider arms on the Outcast are definitely not going to work. So let's go with something that's got a little more offset with some Badlands and see if they do anything different. So here is my personal favorite. Now these are the biggest tires I think you're possibly going to be able to put on these. Anybody that wants a Backflip on this truck, this is going to be your answer. It's almost the same diameter, but the difference is the offset, guys. So if you get the 1/2 inch offset, these say 2.7 something on here, but these are actually Badlands 3.8s. So the regular 3.8s, not the MX, because they do have the fat big ones as well. Those absolutely will not fit on this truck. But these Badlands right here, turning maximum range, not even close there. Maximum range here. Still got some room here where I can put my finger down in the middle here without touching, and if it does balloon up, it's going to come this way and be over here somewhere. So these are probably the best tires you're going to find for this truck that actually fit with no issue whatsoever. So this, my personal favorite, is going to be these tires. If I was going to do something with this truck, it's going to be these tires, because I already like the tires. I love this look right here. I've already got the red from, anybody remembers these tires from me? They're my Seth tires, so I pulled them off real quick just to take a peek at it. And I even love my color accent, which you can't get these rims no more. These are the old Desperados, so they're going with that new interchangeable hub now. But these are my favorite tires I have for my buggy. So that's on a 1/8 scale buggy, and they fit this truck like they belong. So I don't think the gearing is going to be an issue whatsoever. You know, if I was going to run these, I'd run stock gearing. see how the motor heat things go like from there, because this is a form of up gearing. If you look at the size tire difference there, it's a good bit different. So that is definitely going to change the way the truck runs. It's going to be faster, top speed. Might take a little longer to get there, but with that 1950 kV, and you know, me knowing Redcat and how they pretty much don't ever overgear anything out the box, then we should be pretty good as far as running these without having any issues. So, but these are my favorites. I'll go ahead and try one more set real quick with you. Give me a second here. Some other ones here for you guys. Power Hobby, which used to be the Jetco Tomahawks, will fit. And then you also got the Defender. I can show you these on here, but they literally stack up to about a little bit bigger. Of course, I can get it out of the package and show you. They're just a tad bit bigger. I might go ahead and throw one of these on. Let's do that. Okay, so as far as the Defender MX, again, very similar. I'm going to just tell people these are more similar to what a Kaiju tire is going to be. Kaiju tire is slightly bigger with their little nubs being higher and stuff, which is still, though, it's right there. If I let the truck rest, it's not touching it, so that should be fine, especially if it's ballooning up and coming up this way and not, you know, it's not going to balloon up against the body, so that should be fine. But right there is my concern. It wants to catch right there. That will cause you problems. So the MXs probably are not going to be good, but the Tomahawks should be, because these are not as big or wide by a couple millimeters. So these would probably work. So, but again, my fan favorite, me being the fan, and of course fan favorite of these tires in general, which a lot of customers are the Badlands. I think those are the answer right there, guys. Anybody looking for the biggest tire you can put on here without having to do anything else, that's probably it. And there's nothing wrong with them because they're badass tires. Alright, so up here from what I've tested, I'm going to say no to the Defenders from Power Hobby, just because this extra bite that they have and the width is not going to work. Same thing with the Backflips. No, but again, if you want ones that are like the Backflips, we got the Badlands 3.8s. Those absolutely probably the best tire I could put on here. And then of course, also close to working would be the Kaiju. Probably wouldn't have too much problems. And then of course the Tomahawks or King Cobras from Power Hobby. And then no problem whatsoever. Any 2.8 across the board, it seems like, from Proline is going to be fine, especially with the 17mm interchangeable hub or ones that are the stock ones. So that's what we got, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Just wanted to kind of go over everybody and show what I was seeing and answer some questions for some people. So there you go, guys. Best looking tires for this truck, in my opinion. Take them or leave them. I appreciate you guys.